Look at these old tractors. Holy, back in the day.
Next, we'll call on Lou Hoskins to run the slide. Then you will actually do the slide. So then it is replaced by a steam-powered tool called a slide. The slide has two diameters. You can see that flailing and winnowing are slow and hard methods of threshing that rely on human power. Imagine how hard it would be to use flails and do winnowing all day long. So we're going to give Luke a little hand here. Thank you. Next, we will move to our fanning mill. The introduction of the fanning mill helped the farmer in separating the grain from the chaff after threshing. It greatly increased the speed of the job of winnowing. The fanning mill consists of a series of wooden paddles approximately 18 to 24 inches long, which were attached to a rod geared to a crank. The paddles or fans are enclosed in a box-like frame which also houses several screens. As the grain and chaff are poured into the container at the top, the farmer turns the crank, which causes the fans to take in air through apertures in the sides and blow it across the screen. The grain falls onto the screen and sifts to the bottom as the forced air blows the chaff away. The cleaned grain pours into a basket below. The fanning mill remained popular among grain farmers through the 19th century, even though the threshing machine had made it obsolete for large jobs by the 1840s. Many farmers used it to clean seed before placing it in the hopper of their grain drills, as the seeds cleaned in this manner did not cause the drill seeds and enabled more uniform planting. Their head mill operator here is Martin Willock. Martin, you want to give them a wave? And as you can see, the grain is getting shook out to the bottom there. As we move along, you see binding happening here. So cutting grain with hand tools was slow and tiring work. So inventing machines helped do the work. At the power of the machine, instead of using their own power, they looked for another source of power, animals. The first machine to replace cutting grain by hand was called a reaper. These small bunches tied together are called sheaves. Many kinds of grain stalks can be bundled into sheaves. Wheat sheaves are a symbol of Saskatchewan and of the importance of agriculture to the province, as evidenced by Saskatchewan's coat of arms, which you'll find on Saskatchewan's flag. It has 3 golden wheat sheaves on it. In the late 1800s, a new farming machine called a binder was invented. Like the reaper, it cut the grain, however, it also tied the grain into sheaves. The first binders were horse-drawn, and thanks to our team here with Wayne Nosh and Lorna Lockhart, they are demonstrating this for you. So this move from human power to horsepower was a great step forward for farming. Horses were very important to Saskatchewan's farm economy. In 1927, for example, there were 1.1 million horses on Saskatchewan farms. 1/3 of all the farm horses in Canada were in Saskatchewan. Like a reaper, a binder has a cutting bar which cuts the grain stalks. After they are cut, they fall onto a canvas table which moves the grain to a part of the binder called the knotter. This knotter gathers grain stalks, wraps twine around them, and ties a knot to form a sheaf. From there, the sheaves come out onto a carrier, which is on the right-hand side of the binder. When the binder collects 3 or 4 bundles or sheaves, the operator on the binder uses a foot pedal to trick the carrier, dumping the sheaves in small rows along the field. With the development of gasoline-powered tractors, more and more farmers moved away from the use of horses to power their binder. As they come on by, let's give a round of applause to Wayne and Lorna and a team of horses for demonstrating the binder. In fact, it's the same family that does the binding of the sheaves that we use for the following year's show. And so the sheaves that you see on the hay rack, ready to be threshed this afternoon and tomorrow, were made at Wayne and Lorna's farm, and so they've got lots of practice. And so a little later this fall, they'll also be getting more sheaves ready for the 2027 Threshermen Sewing Senior Festival. After the stalks are cut, they still have to dry or cure before the process of threshing can happen. This is done by stooking. And as you'll see, we have Ryan and Howie out there doing some stooking. So take a good look at this, because this is what our upcoming competition at 2:30 is about. In stooking, several sheaves are set up against one another so that the heads of grain point up. This helps them to dry in the sun and the wind. The stooks are always set up in tent-like rows, which makes picking them up after they have dried easier. There's a lot of bending involved in stooking, and you would be very tired if you did this work all day. On the farm, though, everyone, including children, is held to do this difficult but important job. There are a couple of different ways to stook. One of the ways is called the Eastern style because it was common in Eastern Canada, where fields are often surrounded by trees which block the wind from drying out the sheaves. To make an Eastern style stook, 6 sheaves are set up in a line so the wind passes through the middle tunnel for better drying. A 7th sheaf would be put on top of the stook to help keep the rain out and keep the birds from eating the grain. Another way of stooking is the Western style because it was common here in Western Canada. Because it can get really windy here, the stooks need to be extra strong so that they won't blow over. The Western style uses 6 to 8 sheaves to form a stook. The first sheaves are set up to make a tent, and then the other sheaves are placed along the corners to brace the stook. This keeps the stook standing when the wind blows. The sheaves of grain ripen better when they are standing upright in these stooks. Stooking was important work, so it did not stop unless it rained really hard. Whether it was windy, hot, cold, raining lightly, stooking could not wait and had to go on.
pulp. The top of the chain runs in here on a track, so there's no way to pitch this thing. You can cut as much pulp as you want, and there won't pitch the saw. It doesn't work very well for saw logs out here, and any drill logging that you would do in Western Canada. But it is pretty jazzy unit.
That was really good.
That one is from 1954. It is the first of the Pioneer series when they start using the Pioneer name, and it turned into a Pioneer saw. They built these things in Vancouver, and then they sold the company and they turned IEL into Pioneer, moved it to, I think, Peterborough, Ontario, and that's where everybody gets the Pioneer name from. But it started out with the IEL guys using it as a model, not a brand. This is just a plunge bar that they use in the East Coast cutting pulp. You can actually cut standing up, standing right over the top of a tree. Anywhere. guys, when you're tapping maple trees and what have you, or potentially fencing guys and farmers, whoever. You can buy these things today. You ask for the skills guys, and they're $400. Great toy. Yeah. We'll try to have a pneumatic saw running here for 4 o'clock.
And there's one of the rides. Hi everyone, James here. Hope everyone's enjoying the video so far. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm here in Yorkton at the Yorkton Threshermen Show and Seniors Festival, the 68th Yorkton Threshermen and Seniors Festival. A lot of things happening today. It's pretty warm out here. Don't worry, I got a lot of water to drink. Because it's supposed to be above, at least feeling like plus 30 some Celsius here in the city. Or where I'm at right now is behind the Western Development Museum, a big ground area. So a lot of activities going on. So hope you're enjoying, and make sure everyone, you remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And leave a comment down below. What do you guys all think? I like to hear from you what you have to say. And if you would like to help, yes, and you're wondering, I got the old farmer set. Yep, I purchased here at the Yorkton Western Development Museum. Being an old farmer, look, because I remember this old hat back home on the family farm, and the coveralls. It was exactly like that when I was a kid, with my grandpa, my dad's dad. Was back then, I remember those days. So it's a lot of fun being here at the 68th Threshermen Show and Seniors Festival here in the city of Yorkton, which is today and tomorrow. So everyone, hope you're enjoying it, and if you like a donation, go to my GoFundMe page, because a lot of it will help me out, because getting around the city is pretty expensive. So for myself, since I'm unable to drive, my only transportation is walking. Then depends on the weather, what the weather's outside too. I have to take a cab. So, you hear in the background? Oh, that's
okay, folks,
one
we're
of
gonna
the
have
old
Stooking here in a
tractors
couple minutes.
going.
Come on over for some fun and competition. We got all ages attending here.
Yep.
16 under, 65 and over. You can watch them all.
So stay tuned, everyone. A lot of fun here. Stay tuned.
The sheaves are all set up against each other so that the heads of grain pointed up can dry. Each farmer has his own method stooking, but the stooks were always set up in tent-like rows, which were easy to pick up later. With dry and sunny weather, the stooks would be ready for threshing in about 10 days to 2 weeks. In early years, this portion of the harvest was a family affair, with women and children working in the fields alongside the men. In addition, there were still chores to be done and meals to prepare. As soon as the children are old enough to take part, they were anxious to do their share. Even schools arranged their holidays so that children were free to help with the fall harvest, and farm work is still a legal reason for absence from school in some rural areas. Harvest is the most important time of year in farming communities. Howard just got a couple of stooks set up there. So part of the stooking competition rules are that there's 24 sheaves to a row and 6 sheaves to a stook. And it is timed. Howard, they look great. Let's give him a round of applause. They're looking really nice. And so again, it's 24 sheaves in a row, 6 sheaves to a stook, so you'll have 4 left here in the end, and it's timed. So there are penalties if you have a stook out of line or a stook falls down. It's a couple of seconds of penalty. Both days are calculated against each other to see who is the champion in each of the categories. And so there's, again, a senior men's 65 and over, a men's under 65, then also senior ladies 65 and over, and the ladies under 65. Then there's the junior men's and junior ladies at 16 and under for those categories there. So if you are interested in signing up, we'll make sure to get your name here in the binder, get you entered into the competition. Just waiting on Harvey to come back to get this organized and get our competitors signed up. So you will have 4 stooks at the end, and we have our timers here, and then the best time of both days in each of the categories will be declared the champion. Everyone, our timers are ready?
Yeah.
On your mark, get set, go! Let's give them some encouragement, everybody. They're doing really well.
Go guys. Good job.
I think Mila's done this before. Hers are looking really good, and she's really quick. Logan's are quite perfect. Kylie's, look at that. They're coming along, getting the hang of it. This is excellent to see. Violet's just finishing up here. Let's give them all a little bit of encouragement again, you guys. They're going to get the job done. All right, Violet's through. Kylie and Logan are just finishing up. Let's get them going.
You got her, Logan. One more. One more. You got her.
Anyone
good,
watching?
guys.
Anyone watching? Can you do that?
Alrighty, soon. Let's give Logan a round here.
Come on, Logan. You got this.
Any of you who are watching, can you do that?
Good. Just on the end stretch. Right on. And he's got everything all the right way. Excellent. Now those look like really nice stukes, everybody. Let's give them one more round of applause.
If you can, any of you who are watching, can you do it? And if you can, how long would it take you to do it? Leave a comment down below.
$10 cents, we have 5 cents.
Our dog had a great quick touch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good deal.
Okay, so can we get our competitors to give us a wave? Who's Logan Clark? Over there, right on. And Ethan Melanson is in the middle. And Ian Melanson on the far end. Okay, our timers are ready. On your mark. Get set. Go.
You guys haven't been to the other side yet.
Yeah. The one, did they have the collars? Same here?
Looking good, guys. Let's give them a bit of an encouragement here.
So, you guys whipped right past the lady, the African lady in the chair, trying to get your money? Yes. She flagged us down. I thought you had a question about the campground.
Looking
She
good,
was
guys.
collecting our
She
money.
went to a people to get a drink, and then you got, by the time she realized you already passed.
They're getting them all right with the heads of the grain facing up.
Yeah, I could pay $40.
Yeah, just to walk in here.
You guys should each give me 10. Each give me 10. 2?
I know, that's
I'm saying, you guys should give me 10 and 10.
Get to the home stretch there. Right on. Looks great.
But I paid for us. You get a discount.
So we have Ethan through. We just need to cheer on Logan and Ian here.
You still got a discount. She
See
said
what
she
I'm
was
going,
putting
guys.
lipstick on herself.
Looking good.
It's not our fault. No.
She deserted her post. It's an enemy walk through. Who's to blame?
It don't
They both finished yellow. Ian's finished there. Okay, let's cheer on Logan, everybody.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies. Yeah, she deserted her post.
Doing a great job.
With the spider.
That's why I wanted to go
And there we are, right on. Great job. So we're just going to get some numbers recorded here, and then we'll move on to the next heat. Maddie, were you going to stoop? You wanted to do that too? Yeah? You wanted to enter?
I'm okay.
They're laying them back down so we can restart another race. If you're any of you viewers who are watching, that's what they're doing.
We have Wayne Omelchuk Nelson Pole and Tandem Becker. So if we could come to our rows here, please. Wayne, Nelson, and Tandem. So Wayne, you want to give the crowd a wave? Wayne's in the middle. Nelson on the end in the red shirt. And Tandem on this other end in the blue shirt. All right, our timer's ready.
Yep.
On your mark, get set, go.
Oh yeah.
Look at these guys go, doing great. Let's cheer them on, everyone.
Still standing, good.
So we have Wayne going down the center there. He's on his middle stook. Looking good. Oh, Wayne is through. Look at that. Good show. Nelson's on not too far behind. Tandem right alongside. I have to say, all the Stooks today look really good. Sometimes they don't quite look so nice,
Last one.
but these ones all look great today.
1, 2, go.
I don't know if they look better than yours, Howie. Yours is top.
Oh,
Okay, we're on our last Stook for both of our competitors here.
get up there.
Let's bring them home and give them a hand, everybody. Good show.
One more. Nice. Yeah.
Great job. Good job, everyone. So we're going to record these times, and remember, we do have another round tomorrow, so come back tomorrow. If you're one of the competitors, you might want to bump up your time there and get a little faster, or maybe you think you can outpace some of these guys and can come and beat their times. So we're going to get this recorded, and we'll move on. Once this is done, we're going to move on to threshing back in behind us here again. That's to take place at 3 o'clock. We're going to be doing steam and gas threshing. And then after that, we will move to the tractor fun and games back at the plowing field. We got one more round here. These are going to be the speedy ones. Kyle Dukert. Can Kyle give us a wave? All right. Then Ethan. And then Jane is in the middle. Okay. Are you guys ready? On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh, you got this. You're a pro.
All right, looking great, guys.
You got this.
This competition will be over in no times flat. Everybody's going so quick in this heat. Looking good.
Right on. Yeah, he's a pro.
Let's cheer them on, everybody. They're doing a really great job.
Good job. Let's go, guys. Last one, you got this. You got this. So close. So close.
Dane down the center, he's just finished. Other two are finishing up. Looking great, guys. Good job. Let's get our last competitor through. Kyle's just wrapping up. Excellent. Good show. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. Is our steam ready to roll? It looks like so. Our steam is ready to roll. We're just going to get started on our commentary here, and the gas will be starting shortly after. I'd like to thank all of our volunteers for providing these demonstrations for us today. We really appreciate all their time and expertise. Short little bit about steam threshing. You can see here that the steam engine is lined up with the threshing machine. In order to attach the long belt to it, the belt then connects the steam engine with the threshing machine. As you can see, lining up the engine is not easy, but when the engine is finally in position, one end of the drive belt is looped over the engine pulley and the other end around the separator pulley. The engine is then moved back to tighten the belt. Steam engine turns the belt transfers power from the steam engine to the threshing machine to make it run. Steam engines were a source of power before farmers used gas tractors. They typically weighed 13 to 23 tons. That's as much as 3.5 elephants. They're called steam traction engines because they can move on their own power, but they are slow. The engine that you see here today is a Waterloo, which is manufactured by the Waterloo Manufacturing Company of Waterloo, Ontario in 1914. This is one of Canada's largest producers of agricultural steam engines and tractors. It runs 25 to 65 horsepower, features a single cylinder, and weighs 18,000 pounds. It was donated to the WDM by Fred Cole of Yorkton. And we are honored today to have some of Fred's descendants with us here to celebrate the Threshermen show and have a chance to see their family's old equipment in action. A team of people are needed to operate the steam engine. Team members include the engineer, fireman, tankman, and someone to haul the wood for fuel. Each person plays a role in the successful operation of the steam traction engine. All the engineers and firemen who run the WDM steam engines are licensed by the provincial government. Just like cars, steam engine operators must pass a test and get a steam engine driver's license. The engineer is in charge of the engine, while the fireman is in charge of the fire to heat the water and create the steam. Other people on the team include the tank man, who hauls water in a water tank from a nearby creek or slough to the steam engine. He must fill the water barrels on the steam engine several times a day. If the water level in the engine falls too low, it could be dangerous. Other team members also needed to haul wood for fuel to keep the fire burning in the steam engine. Whistle blasts from a steam engine are used as signals. One short blast means the engine is about to stop. Two short blasts means the engine is about to begin work. Three medium short blasts means that the threshing machine will soon need more sheaves. One very long blast, followed by three shorter ones, is a signal that the water is low in the steam engine and the water hauler should hurry. Lots of short, rapid blasts is a signal for fire or some other serious problem such as an accident. Now, in terms of gas power, operating the gas engine only required one person. Even though fuel such as kerosene or gasoline was costly as opposed to wood or straw to power a steam engine, the cost was offset by the wages saved by paying one person instead of many. The increased economy and easier handling of a gas tractor has strong appeal to farmers. Gas tractors appeared in the first decade of the last century. They were large units, some as large as steam engines. Within 10 years, smaller ones appeared and became common. The First World War from 1914 to 1918 was also an important factor in the evolution of mechanical power on the prairie. With so many people in the armed forces, farm help was in short supply. Gasoline tractors offered a possible solution to this problem, and they began to be purchased in rapidly increasing numbers. Although the trend in gas power was toward lighter and smaller units, large tractors were still around. And even though gas tractors rapidly grew in popularity, steam engines continued to be used for many more years, especially in hard times when cash was scarce for buying fuel. The gas tractor that you see here today is a cockshot Eddie. In terms of our threshing machines, the threshing machine you see with the steam engine is a Bell City New Hart model. It was first patented in 1923 by the Hart Carter Company of Peoria, Illinois. It was purchased new in Yorkton at Evergreen Motors for approximately $3,000. It was used for only about 2 years and threshed about 250 acres before being replaced by a combine. It is of steel construction and has a 24-inch cylinder. It was donated by the Bonnage family of Yorkton. On the gas end of it, the threshing machine you see here is being powered. It is an IHC wooden threshing machine. It has a 22-inch cylinder and 38-inch separator. Made in Canada, it was purchased new in 1921 and used by the Thompson brothers until 1941, at which time it was replaced by a Massey Harris 21 combine. It was acquired by Norman Roebuck in 1991 and donated to the WDM in 1994. Crews that harvested grain with the threshing machine ranged in size from 15 to 25 people. There were people cutting the grain and stooking it, hauling the sheaves to the threshing machine, and operating the tractor and separator. Everyone on the farm helped out, even the kids. Most of the people in a harvesting crew lived nearby. Others came from long distances away, including many young men from eastern Canada who came west on special trains organized by the railway companies. The harvesters were paid wages, plus they were fed and given a place to stay if they needed one. They often stayed in a bunkhouse, or sometimes they even slept on a straw pile in a barn. Usually they were too tired at the end of a long day to complain about where they slept at night. Harvest crews understood that every minute of daylight counted. It was a race to get the crop harvested before cold weather set in. After a quick breakfast before dawn, they worked a long day, often lasting until 7 or 8 in the evening. Even after threshing was over for the day, the horses still had to be cared for as they had to be fed and watered. As you can see, harvesting is dusty and dirty. Other than a quick washing of faces and hands, most crew members usually went to bed with much of the day's dirt still on them. Farmers often called an early stop to the harvest on Saturdays so that they could have supper and head into the nearest town for a bath and shave at a local barber shop. So as you know, harvesting grain has been and still is important to Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan farmers grow a lot of grain and it is sold all over the world tell you about the fond memories made together working with family, friends, and neighbors. We've concluded our threshing demonstration here for this 3 o'clock session. Let's give our volunteers a round of applause for all of their hard work. Thank you, everyone. Next up, come and join us on the field adjacent so that you can see our tractor fun and games. If you are one of our visiting tractor exhibitors, please come and join us and enter your tractor, and you have a chance to win a championship prize. So that will be coming up at 3:30. By driving back and forth, the contestants will proceed to put all of the chain back into the box. No portion of chain links shall be outside of the box or the contestant will be disqualified. All contestants will be timed, and the champion gets a nicely engraved plaque to put on their tractor when they are completed as the champion. all ready. We've got our timer ready as well. On your mark, get set, go! So remember, as explained earlier, they need to pull all of the chain out of the box first. Then they're going to be driving back and forth to weave that chain back into the box. Now, none of the chain links need to be hanging outside of the box or else they will be disqualified. So they've got to do this in the fastest time possible and make it a clean run. So our competitors, we have Preston Fever with the Ford 9N, Jeremy Mayer with the John Deere L, and Milton Wirtz with the Minneapolis GB. Like we've got Preston through and Jeremy through. Milton's just finishing up. And I've not done this myself, but I believe it is harder than it looks. These are all privately owned tractors, so please make sure you head over to the green tent and put your vote in. There's the People's Choice Award tractor. There's also awards that the judges make decisions on for best unrestored, furthest distance travel, and oldest tractor. But the People's Choice Award is your vote, so please go over to the tent and make sure you vote for your favorite. Milton is through now too. Great job. Let's give them a round of applause.
Look at these vehicles. Two of them I recognize. Gotta wonder what's happening back in the old days with those type of vehicles, huh? With the young men driving around in that type of vehicle. Were they getting the ladies excited?
Horses, Barney and Fred, 13-year-olds, used for farm chores in the winter, entered horse pulls, parades, pulls wagons for today's rides. Entry finished fourth in the 1923 Calgary Stampede. I think there's Lorna who's driving and Wayne sitting there laughing kind of thing. Next we have the planes and the train. My car Ariel took the idea and built the airplanes, and Louis Zawislak passed away. His family asked my car to continue the legacy of making the trains and the planes available events in the area. So today we have driving, we have Logan Shaler, Yorkton, Saskatchewan.
Oh, the announcer's at the gate. He's announcing them connected to the speaker.
I didn't think this tractor was ready. Yeah. There'll be lots. See the big wheels. Can hear it. Look at the smoke.
All aboard!
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a call.
Few cords of wood today to keep them on fire.
So here coming up we have a mini steamer built in 1971 by Cliff Ayer at his business shop in Roblin, Manitoba. His late friend, the late Clarence Hoffman, became the next owner, and the Belows family donated it to the Threshermen's Club a few years ago. Our engineer today is Alexander Yaskowicz from Musha. Number 7, we got a Waterloo steam tractor engine. 1914, Waterloo Manufacturing Company of Waterloo, Ontario. Got 25 to 65 horsepower, single simple cylinder, 18,000 pounds. Waterloo Company Limited is one of Canada's largest producers of agricultural steam engines and threshers. It was donated by Fred Poole of Yorkton. Engineer today is Matthew Weber, and the fireman is Fred Durrell, Saskatoon. And members, there's a gentleman there in red shirt and a lady standing beside him. That's members of Fred Poole's family. We got a Geyser steam. Geyser manufacturing in Pennsylvania, 40 to 120 horsepower, built 1913, 1914. Got 2 water tanks, 450 gallon capacity, the locomotive pipe boiler, and 64 tubes. Bought in Kenora in 1926. Engineer is Bruce Kemmer of Saskatoon, and the fireman is Steve Ripstead of Saskatoon. Next, we got the Twin City gas tractor, 1919, 12 to 20 horsepower, 4-cylinder, 1,000 RPM, forward speed of 2.2 to 2.9 miles an hour. Steel wheel donated by Carl Rower of Belcarra, Saskatchewan. It's been restored by members of the Yorkton Threshermen's Club. And we've got Kyle Fink, Howie Anderson on. And Bright. Here we got a Twin City, it's 1220. Luke Forrester of Theater is driving. Just coming through the gate, we have a John Deere D gas tractor, WDM, 1938 model, 30 horsepower at the drawbar, 88 horsepower at the belt. Built between 1924 and 1953. There's 160,000 of these tractors built. It's the Western Development Museum core tractor, lots of power, for a tractor of its time. Good steady power on the belt. And Forrest Medved of Theodore is driving. Next through the gate is a Moline Universal Gas Tractor, WDM, manufactured 1917 by the Moline Plow Company of Moline, Illinois. 9 horsepower drawbar, 18 horsepower at the belt, 1800 RPM, 4-cylinder vertical engine, forward speed 3/4 to 3.5 miles an hour. Donated to the WDM by Mr. Emil Lindgren of Langham, Saskatchewan. And we've got Yorkton's own Jeff Just at the helm. Coming through the gate, we've got a 1922 Rumbly oil pull type 8 called Rumbly 17 to 27. Tested 16 horsepower drawbar, 30 at the belt. Manufactured by the Advanced Rumbly Threshers Company Incorporated of LaPorte, Indiana, USA. The 16 to 30th place to 14 to 28 in 1919. This very popular model was first produced until 1924. A total of 56,647 oil pulls were built in 14 different models. Donated by the WDM by Mr. George Deanna of Borden, Saskatchewan. Club President Harvey Droder is driving. Next through the gate is a Cockshot 80 gas tractor, serial number 810717. It's a 1944 model, 37 horsepower at the drawbar, 42 on the belt. Donated to the Threshermen's Club by Alfred Gort of Springside. 1999 to 2000 winter project for the restoration by the Yorkton Threshermen's Club. Common farm tractor in the area, owned by the Yorkton Threshermen's Club, and we got Martin Willock driving. Now coming up to the gate now, we got a Massey Harris 22, manufactured in 1949 by the Massey Harris Company, donated by Barb Varani of Fredenbury, one of the original owner-operators. It's a 140 cubic head engine, 31 horsepower on the belt, 24 on the drawbar, it's got 4 speeds. Restored by members of the Yorkton Threshermen's Club. Excellent. It was an excellent tour tractor, currently used for parades, hay rides, and for Christmas past and Canada Day at the WGM. Owned by Yorkton Threshermen's Club, driven today by Ryan Pedalic of Cherokee, Saskatchewan. Next through the gate is the 118 versatile 4-wheel drive 1967 diesel. It's got a 352 V6 Cummins, bought in 2024 near Elfra. It wasn't running at the time, but the engine work got it going again. Owner is Darcy Mayer of Churchbridge, and the driver is Kim Mayer. Henry Mayer. Next through the gate is a versatile 1967 gas model. Got a Ford 391 V8, which is fairly rare. Sitting for 30 years and fired right up. Drive in it, Jeremy Mayer, Churchbridge, Saskatchewan. Next through the gate is the versatile 145. It's got a Cummins V8, 1968 model, and it's driven by Paul Kim Mayer. Coming up at the gate now is a versatile 756. Owner is Dean Beck from Calder, Saskatchewan, and it's driven by Bernie Sirkin of Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Okay, 24, we got right just some cut in line here. Versatile 300. The father and son, Curtis and Dennis Tombach, the Tombach family of St. Eustace, Manitoba. So, and then behind them is Big Roy. It's a model of a 1080 built in 1977. And Dad's in the front and the son's at the back. Coming through the gate, we got a Minneapolis GE 1955 model, 24 drawbar, 70 at the belt. It's a short tractor, driven by Milton Wirtz of South Saskatchewan. Next up to the gate, we've got a 770 Oliver. Harvey Droder's the owner, third owner of the tractor. Tractor saved from the terminal destination in 2015. The engine was seized and the tractor looked pretty tired. 2015, the tractor was stripped down and the engine and the clutch repaired. 2016, it was painted. Pulled the water wagon. And today driving is Matty Shaler of York. Okay, next to the gate is a Ford 861 Powermaster. Restored by my dad, and I got it as the 9th birthday present. Owned by Brandon Becker of Yorkton, driving Tyson Becker is his dad. Yep. Okay, number 32, owner Preston Fever. Oh, okay, the 4.9N, the tractor was lived its whole life here in Saskatchewan and still used working yard tractor just south of Yorkton. 1941.
Well, they're stored in the tractors.
Okay, I got a couple cars here from the Yorkton Classic Auto Club. First one is Stan Gibler of Selkirk, Saskatchewan. He's got a 1979 Lincoln Town car. Car was purchased from Clarence Foldick of Porters, the Prairie, Manitoba on July 16, 2016. For 67,000 kilometers. The car was originally purchased at Merlin Motors in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan in original condition. Stan is the fourth owner. Next is Doris and George Mabin. It's a 1985 AMC Eagle. It's purchased in '85 by Doris's mother in Detroit, Michigan. It was manufactured in Ontario, Canada, and sold out of Detroit. Currently has 22,000 miles on it. Next is 1966 Dodge pickup owned by Carl Desnick of Yorkton. Originally used as a farm truck, purchased from a farm in the Stallholm area in 2002. Oh, I know this guy. Mr. Ron Bloomer. It's a 1964 Ford Galaxy convertible, purchased in Medicine Hat, restored in Yorkton. New paint, body work, convertible, new windshield and interior body off restoration, motor and powertrain refurbished.
Wow. Pretty shiny.
That's quite a nice ride.
Here we got a Cock Shot number 70. It's a 1940 model. First tractor owned by Steve Korlick of Theodore, bought from his daughter Ann in 2000. 6-cylinder, 200 cubic inch engine, 4-speed transmission, finished restoration in 2016. Owned by Brian Grunwald. And that should be that. Thank you for coming today. Hope everybody had a good time. Hopefully to see some of you back tomorrow, and thank you once again.
Well, hi everyone. Hope everyone had a good time watching. It was a good, interesting, and seeing what was here at the Yorkton Exhibition Summer, at the 68th Threshermen Show and Seniors Festival. My mistake. It was pretty good. a lot of interesting stuff. But the day's not over. Tomorrow it continues on, so don't know what to expect with it. But today being so warm, being above plus 30 some Celsius here in the city, boy, it was warm. But lucky I brought a lot of water. Keep myself warm, or cool down I should say. Well, I hope you all like. Make sure to hit that like, share and subscribe button and spread the word out. I would like to hear what you all have to say as well in the comments down below. Leave it comments down below. I would like to hear what you have to say of what you've seen of today here at the Yorkton's 68th Threshermen Show and Seniors Festival. I would like to hear what you had to say. This is pretty nice, a nice day out. Pretty interesting, so. And as well, if you would like to make a donation to my GoFundMe, I will have it in the description down below. So if you'd like to make a donation, I thank you for your donation if you made a donation. So it's a long transportation being here in the city from getting one place to the other when I'm unable to drive or can get myself around here in the city. And it also too depends on the weather forecast and the weather conditions. Should I go somewhere or not? That also is a factor for me as well. And also with me being on medication. So that's why I can't drive due to epilepsy. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. You never know. See you, everyone. Until next time.